So I just filmed a video on how to do this look. It's just a real simple, easy makeup with, you know, bright lips and a cheek. Something I do regularly if I don't have time to really do a full face and just trying to get out of the house quick. So I used some of the products I used on my face today. I hauled, and I bought yesterday. I went to CVS and got a bunch of the new Milani stuff that came out the spring 2015, stuff that just came out. So I thought I'd go ahead and show you guys what I got. And the lipsticks are, I think, the premier thing from them, and they just released a line of matte lipsticks, which is a pretty big trend right now. A lot of the companies are releasing matte lipsticks, and you know, a lot of people hate matte lipsticks because they can be drying and you know, they just aren't comfortable to wear on the lip. They last a really long time, and they're really pigmented, and companies are having the technology now to make them so they have like a little slip to them, so they're not so dry. And these Milani ones tend to have that, so you know, when you wear them, they kind of feel emollient. They're not just like this dry stuff on your lips. So one of the colors I bought was Matte Orchid, and that's the color I'm wearing right now. And so you can see it's this very bright pink. There's actually several bright pinks, and I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them next to each other so you can see the difference. So let's see, what's the easiest here? My hand. So this is Matte Orchid. You know, obviously you can see it on my lips. I didn't necessarily need to swatch it, but I'm gonna swatch the other ones right next to it so you'll see. The next one is Matte Diva. Now this is a super bright blue-based pink. I would say it's probably similar to MAC Candy Yum Yum. I don't have MAC Candy Yum Yum because I just couldn't justify spending that much on a lipstick that I'm not necessarily going to wear. I don't really lean towards blue-based pinks. I like blue-based reds, but not necessarily pink so much. So, but this one is super affordable because it's Milani. So here is Matte Diva right next to Matte Orchid. So you can see the difference. So they're similar, but not the same. And I'm gonna go ahead and try this one on for you too, just so you can see a lip swatch. I always appreciate lip swatches, so I'm gonna try this one on too so you can see a lip swatch of it. Now, forgive me if it's crooked, no lip liner. It gets rough after a while. Applying lipstick over and over, so that's Matte Diva. So it's like a little bit lighter than Matte Orchid, a little bit, you know, brighter, I would say. Pretty though. It's pretty. It'd be a really pretty summertime, springtime color, which is what everyone's coming out with me. It is the Milani Spring line. So the next one is not one of the ones from the matte line, but I will show it next to these two because it's very similar. It's Power Pink. Now they came out, Milani has, you know, the regular line of, not the matte line of lipsticks, and Power Pink is a new color. And I was actually really hesitant to buy it. I didn't think it was a color that I would wear. They were having a buy one get one 50% off, and I didn't have to, but to get the deal, I had to buy an even number of items. So I went ahead and picked this one up, and I kept grabbing it and putting it back and grabbing it and putting it back. And you know, it's just a regular, so it's not a matte formula, so it's going to be a little bit shinier. But there it is next to Matte Orchid and Matte Diva, and then this is Power Pink. So this one's not a matte formula, but it's, you know, new to their Milani's line. Very similar, a little bit darker than Matte Diva, and, you know, has a little shine to it. It's not from the matte line. Again. Did I say that enough? You guys got that? Do you think you got it? Okay. I'll try that one on for you too, just so you can see it. And I actually really like it. And I like I said, I wasn't too keen on this color. Like I just wasn't sure I wanted it, but I really like it. Yeah, there you go. I'm getting all sloppy here. You guys will get the idea though. So taking it off and putting these on, it looks really similar to Matte Diva, but it's not. Power Pink is the one I'm wearing. That's this one here. It's not the same, but another bright pink. Now, if you don't like matte formulas at all and you won't even wear something that has some slip to it, you know, this might be a good alternative. I'm going to move on back to some of the matte formulas just because I wanted to compare those three because they're so right next to each other because they're very similar, and if you're trying to make a decision of which one to buy, you know, it's helpful to see them right next to each other to know that they're not exactly the same. So the next two that I'm going to move on to are Matte Blissful, which is a light pink, and Matte Confident, which is a deep brick red, which I love those colors. So Matte Confident is this blush toned kind of pink color, and there it is right there. Just a nice everyday kind of neutrally pink, you know, something that you might wear, you know, to work or every day. And then Matte Confident is a red that it's like a deep, I'm gonna put it over here, brick red, which I love. It's not it's not a bright red. It's more of a deeper red, which I appreciate. I really like, I like all reds, but you know, this is nice. Brick red. And then another lipstick that I picked up because I've wanted it forever, and it's not new at all. It's just one of the Milani lines. I love the Milani lipsticks, and people always complain about the smell, but it doesn't bother me. They're like vanilla or something. People don't like them. Is the color Sangria. Now this is just a burgundy color. I've wanted it forever, but okay, can I just gripe for a minute here? What is the deal with people swiping lipsticks at the store? Milani, every single time I go to buy a lipstick from Milani, specifically from Milani, because they have just a little, so you can see this, they'll just have like a little sticker here that keeps it from being separated from the tube, so it's real easy to open. It doesn't have like the big plastic thing where you have to like rip off the perforation. It's just a little tiny sticker you can just snap off real easy at the store. And so people can easily get into them. And there was one other matte lipstick I wanted to buy, but it was the only one left, and it was swatched. And so what I have to do when I go is I look, and I have to do this thing where I open it, you know, to see if it's been ripped, and then I open the lipstick and I look at it closely as possible to see if it's been swiped. And Sangria, for months, I mean, this is a color I wanted before the fall, you know, so that I could have a nice berry burgundy-ish color. And every time I went to go buy it, it was either, well, sold out, because those colors, you know, as trends, you know, come in and out of the year, and fall colors, you know, were big. This was a big color in the fall. So people bought it up, so it was either sold out or it was swiped. And it is such a pet peeve. Like, it makes me so irritated and so mad. Like, for example, I knew the matte line was coming out. I had, you know, planned on going to CVS on a certain day because it's next to, you know, next to somewhere else that I had to go. And when I got there, you know, a lot of the lipsticks, these ones, I mean, I bought the ones that weren't swiped. But I, you know, have, a lot of them were swiped, so I had to go through more than one. It wasn't like I just picked up the first one and it was good. I had to like go through and it was all swiped. And the other matte lipstick I wanted, I mean, it was like nubbed down, like someone had really gone to town on that swipe. And I'm just like, what the hell? CVS has a great, let me just put this out there. CVS has a great return policy when it comes to makeup. You buy it, you take it home, you try it, you don't like it, keep the receipt, bring it back, they'll return it. I've done it before. It's a great program. So no need to swipe stuff in the store and ruin it for everybody else that wants to buy the products. Sorry, this is just a total rant, but it irritates me beyond, like beyond. There's been so many times that I can't buy something because it's been touched, and it's just, that's so disgusting and unsanitary. Moving on to the next products that are from the Milani line. They came out with these 3 blushes, and they're just beautiful. Like, this one is called Coral Cove, and it's the, you know, the orange, obviously the orangey corally color. So I'm gonna go ahead and swatch it and see. It's this corally pink color, and it's just this pinky coral that will be great for spring or anytime, really. I mean, I love these types of colors. And the next one is kind of unique. I don't know, maybe not, but it's unique to me. It's a Romantic Rose, and it's this purpley mauve-y, you know, pink color. And can we just talk about the packaging here? Like, how cute is that? How cute is this rose thing? This rose embossing on it. How cute is it? And with the gold and the clear, it's just really adorable. So that's the Romantic Rose there. And you know, the swatches of these are kind of coming out a little bit like powdery and not as pigmented, but when I went to go I actually used this next one here on my face today. And it's called Tea Rose, and it's this pink, like true pink one. So go ahead and swatch that for you. When I went to go use it, it was intense. Like I had to stamp it down. You'll see in the tutorial for this look, it was pretty crazy. So when you actually use them, they come out, and that one is Tea Rose. They come out pretty bright. So don't dismiss them just based solely on these swatches here, because they perform really, really well. Well, they're very pigmented, so use a light hand. Be careful, unless that's what you're going for. So the other two things I bought are from Wet n Wild, and they're not new, but they're new to me. And Wet n Wild is a brand that when I was younger, you know, it was the cheap, you had $1 in your pocket, you were, you know, a teenager, and you wanted to go get some makeup, and you went and got Wet n Wild. And it wasn't, you know, great, but it worked. But now, Wet n Wild is just, they've changed their formula. I mean, this is not news. This has been happening for a while, but when I tell my friends, they're like, no, it's not. I'm like, no, it's great. Go get some. So go get you some Wet n Wild. So these trios were only $3. I mean, who doesn't have $3 to spend on some money? I mean, even when I was 15, I could have, you know, saved my lunch money for the day or whatever and got makeup, and believe me, I probably did. But anyway, so I got the trios in Silent Treatment, which is just this, you know, kind of nude, neutral palette. But this color here, this purpley taupe color, which is one of my faves, I mean, they just swatch, like, look how it swatches. Just pigmented and beautiful. And let's see, I'm running out of swatches space here. I'm going to swatch it here on my wrist. But I mean, you can just see it's just this really pretty silvery, I mean, taupey purple color. And, you know, I think that'll be a really nice, like, daily kind of, if you want to go for more of a smoky, natural look. And then this next one is pretty well known. It's called Walking on Eggshells, and it's what I'm wearing today. And I did a tutorial on how to do just a natural, you know, kind of eye. Sorry about all the noise in the background. Alarm went off, dog barking, you know, what can I can't control that. It's pretty popular, pretty well known. It's called Walking on Eggshells, and again, it was, I think, $3.19, so I mean, really, you can't beat that. And I'm wearing it today. I did a tutorial on how to do a natural kind of eye, and this is it right here. And so I applied it exactly how it states to, you know, so eyebrow, crease, eyelid, and you can see it's just a really natural kind of easy everyday look with this. So those are $3 each, and I mean, really, the quality of Wet n Wild has just improved so much over the decades, because it's been decades since I've been using it. So the other thing that I got was the Milani eyeshadow primer, and I've heard some good things about this. You know, it's an affordable brand compared to other higher end brands, and so I'm kind of excited to use that. So that's what I got from the Milani Spring 2015 line, and then also some other, you know, other randoms in there that I just wanted to pick up, so from CVS. And if you like any of those things, I would try to go get them, because they're spring, so they might, they're probably limited edition, I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. Well, I hope you liked my video. If you did, go ahead and subscribe. I'll be having more videos coming up anytime, and thanks for watching. Bye!